got a Cadillac, top down, ready to go. She's got a pretty little dress with the back out. She's got a Cadillac, top down, ready to go. She's got nothing but heartbreak in her hands, and with nothing but a dream and a suitcase, started by heading out west on a Saturday night without a single care, summer running through her hair. Yeah, she was already there. Yeah, she was already there. Yeah, she was already there. Back when we won't start again, blowing my was breaking it, being alone is something else, holding on to something else. These arms out of singing now, you won't get one day. So I'm not sitting there, don't mean not these cigarettes, waiting on a certain way, no certain about a way. I know the way needs something to say what it means. She's got a pretty little dress with the back out. She's got a Cadillac, top down, ready to go, without a single care, summer running through her hair. Yeah, she was already there. When we out the other night, I won't be sounding hold you tight. These are right away to be low, and I can't be. I'm hoping about a steely way. Who would come back? She's got a pretty little dress with the back out. She's got a Cadillac, top down, ready to go. She's got nothing but heartbreak in her hands, and with nothing but a dream and a suitcase, started by heading out west on a Saturday night without a single care, summer running through her hair. Yeah, she was already there. She's got a Cadillac, top down, ready to go. She's got a pretty little dress with the back out. She's got a Cadillac, top down, ready to go. She's got nothing but heartbreak in her hands, and with nothing but a dream and a suitcase, started by heading out west on a Saturday night without a single care, summer running through her hair. Yeah, she was already there. Yeah, she was already there. Yeah, she was already there.
Don't touch my snacks. We are on. Joe's got snacks all over this desk.
Snacks up in there.
I was just yelling at him. So we're back. We mentioned we might come back on Saturday. We talked about what time. I think we mentioned noon, but we weren't really sure.
Well,
we
we
got
started,
together
yeah,
around noon because there was some other stuff to do. Joe had to stop and buy some cables. Blah, blah, blah. But to pick up where we left off, we are working on this song by our friend Sam Hall. Working title already there. We did a little pre-production meeting with Sam the other night and talked through the tune, and we did do just a couple of arrangement edits that we discussed the other night and got that kind of together. And the next thing to do is do drums. We talked about we wanted to do some Saturday episodes that were a little longer or not just mixing, and here we are, I guess, right? It's Saturday. It's not Snack Saturday. It's Track Saturday.
We need a bumper right there.
I know, dude. Where's
Yep.
the bumper? Brad, get on it. Brad's here. Joe's got snacks all over the desk. I haven't mentioned that earlier. Yes, I did mention that earlier. I'm going to mention it again later, too. Just moves into the desk. Unbelievable. So, yeah. What else? What else do we know? We're not zooming today. We're not mixing today. We have a demo, which we have sliced up just a little bit. And time to start at the beginning. The beginning is drums.
Yeah, I mean, what kind of vibe do we go for with the drums? Let's talk through the rig for a second.
Yeah, we've been
those types of things.
We started with, like I said, we did the pre-production the other night. We started talking about some different vibes. Sam mentioned like when he started writing this tune, it kind of started from a writing exercise, and originally the concept was really to be like kind of pop country. But inevitably, as a songwriter, as he got further down the road with it, he started kind of putting just his natural stamp on it. And while, it's in its early stages, so we could make it pop country or we could make it anything we want right now because we're starting at like drums, first track really. All this other stuff is placeholder for the moment as far as we're concerned. We're thinking more kind of groovy, like we talked about driving down the highway at night, and we were talking about some John Mayer stuff and just like the way Steve Jordan plays drums, and maybe not really getting like too aggressive with anything. Maybe no crash cymbals, hi-hat and ride, just kind of real simple. But we're thinking, kind of softer, smoother tones and try to keep the tempo upbeat, but not necessarily really have anything brash or crashy. I don't know. Might be kind of fun, right? It's kind of dry and different. So
Yeah, the ability to really get the drums up in there, right? And
yeah,
have some
I
fun
think
with
so.
those and get
Right.
some
If we're,
groove on
I
those,
mean,
so you can have some dynamic without getting aggressive.
right. And we, the programmed drums are just really simple backbeat, kick and snare, nothing fancy at all. We talked about we're probably going to add a couple of drum fills just because there wasn't any in the programming. So we need to do something for transitions. But we like the back and forth kick and snare thing, and we're talking about, does it need any other pickup kicks like maybe in the solo section or maybe it doesn't at all. Maybe it's just back and forth the whole time. We kind of dig the groove. So we got to figure that out. We'll probably do a couple of takes where we don't do any additional bass drums at all and just kind of play it top to bottom with whatever fills end up in there. Haven't even figured out what that would be fill-wise. Haven't thought too much about it other than just tones of the drums. And then as we go, if we hear anything, we want to add a bass drum or a thing to a section to give it a little life, we will. But we're thinking kind of smooth and easy with this one, right? So I think that's what we're going to shoot for tone-wise. We're going to, at least for the basic drums, we're going to do no crash cymbals. I am going to play hat and ride as I would. And I might just end up using that and not doing crashes at all and using the ride kind of as the one cymbal. Or if we decide we want to put some crashes on later, we're just going to overdub them. But I think that'll keep us in our easy-feeling drum groove that we're looking for. Don't you think, Joe Dunbar?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to hearing them after the fact and getting to play with the sounds a little bit. Talk through channel strips, just like briefly. What do we got going on over here?
You'll see the drums in a second. I don't know if you have yet. I don't see the stream.
Yeah,
but
why don't
everything
you,
comes
hold
in.
on. Flip your window.
Flip my window?
Yeah, flip your window.
Flip in my window, yeah.
There you go.
Mixed
Now
window.
we can talk through those.
Okay,
and the
cool.
drums, yeah.
So, I mean, long story real short, everything is on an API pre, basically, except for the hi-hat mic and the kit mic, which are on this DBX tube pre, just kind of because it's a couple extra channels, and why not put the tube on those two things kind of warm them up. I don't need anything too crazy out of either of these mics. So, but anyway, so everything's API. Kick drum just has a little bit. Kick in has a little bit of compression. It's a Beyer mic. I forget which one. Big square one. I always forget the number of it. And it gets a DBX 160, which is down here underneath the view. Kick out is currently a Kel HM7, which is like a FET 47 clone. Nothing on that other than the preamp. I was thinking about I have this old graphic EQ that actually sounds cool. I was thinking about maybe putting on this at some point, but I kind of like printing drums pretty dry. Since my space is dry, I don't want to commit to too much other than just like a nice preamp sound. And I have a little bit of compression on this guy. Again, API, snare top. It gets a little bit of distressor. That's it. No EQ. I don't really EQ anything to Pro Tools at this point. Snare bottom, API, no compression. Tom, same deal. API, no compression. Overheads, API, no compression. These guys both come through that DBX pre that I talked about. The kit mic does go through one of these Blue Stripe 1176 clones. That is a Hairball audio kit that my buddy KJ from KJ Audio put together, the pair for me. Super cool Blue Stripes.
Bump to KJ.
Yeah, big up KJ. He built both of those, and he's a proper tube amp builder, so he made them really nice. So they're kits and they're clones, but they're made by a pro, and they're pretty badass. And then we got two left. We have a room mic, which is currently kind of like right outside of the door in what is my little vocal booth, secondary room. Just getting my drums are in this control room. It's a long room, and they're right behind me. So this room itself is treated to be a control room, which means it doesn't really have any reflections. It's pretty dry. So I've tried room mics in here, and it really doesn't do much for me. So this is in the vocal booth. This is another one of those Kel 47 clones. It comes in through an API as well and gets a little bit of distressor. And then this one is called the hall mic. So once you leave the studio, you go through the vocal booth to the hallway, which then goes upstairs to the rest of my house. This hall mic is a Royer 122, which is sitting at the top of the stairway. And it gets, what does it get? It goes through my vocal chain, so it gets the other Blue Stripe 1176. And that is our drum inputs. They all are just getting bussed over to this drum bus. We got no plugins, no nothing. We're just going to print them dry. And we're going to shoot for a cool tone. We got my old Ludwig 70s Ludwig drum set, 24-inch bass drum, 13 and 16-inch toms. We went for, forget now, actually. We went for one of the 5.5 Acrolite 5.5 Acrolite snare drum with the blue Evans head on it. And we talked through what microphones are on, all that stuff, I think, already. These are 57s. I don't know if I said that or not. I maybe did. These are Audio-Technica ATM 25s on the toms. AKG 414s on the overheads. Hat is a 57. The kit mic, which is right over the bass drum, kind of underneath the ride cymbal, you'll see that, is a Sennheiser 441, a vintage one. This is that Kel, which I mentioned, and then the Royer. Yeah, and then we got our basic tracks. We just froze everything because it's all just, we don't really need access to this right now while we're tracking drums, so we don't want to give the computer any more to think about than it needs to because we're running stream mics through here and everything else as well. So that is kind of where we're at. If you were with us last week, you probably heard the song. It had a couple of just programmed stereo drum faders. We got rid of those. I mean, they're here, but they're inactive. We're not going to listen to those. And I think I'm just going to go for it. Like I said, I mean, we're not going to reinvent the wheel. It's real simple, kick and snare, back and forth the whole way. We're going to take some stuff away. Thinking about maybe making verse 1 and verse 1B, maybe be an alternate or smaller version of the drum sound. So I may cut a couple takes where like I actually stop at the end of the intro. And then just record this separately, come back at the chorus. I may, since we're not going to record any crash cymbals, I may just play through and turn microphones off and on accordingly to make some alternate drum sounds for a smaller first verse vibes. I think that's pretty much the catch up, right? Anything else you can think of?
I mean, that seems to be what it is. Sam Hall's in the house. He likes the talks of the
Sam's in the house. Maybe we'll
kids.
zoom him in a little bit.
Yeah, hold on. I could set that up.
I'm not saying we need to do it right now. Okay. We haven't, we're just getting going, but
yeah.
later. Sam's watching, which is good because we got to figure out these drums. We did do a couple arrangement moves, Sam. Basically, the ones we talked about. I decided not to cut the intro in half, so that didn't change right now, at least. We did that chorus snip that we talked about where we cut off a bunch of the first chorus. We make ourselves kind of wait till chorus 2 to hear the entire chorus. And then coming out of the solo section, I did kind of re-engineer the way the last chorus will be. The way it starts, there's like Sam had the vocals started right on the one, and then the band kind of came in a couple bars later. I've kind of taken one of the lyrics from later and moved it up. And again, this is all just hard edits to kind of audition how this will work.
Yeah, it's going to sound.
It's going to sound a little choppy, right? Because right now, like, music is completely, there's nothing in this gap. But
the flow is all very natural.
Right.
Though.
We flew in a different line. And then we put a big long rest, and then we restarted the chorus entirely out here. It used to start a few bars sooner, but so that is quite a bit different. And then we kind of changed the way the outro works. The length is just a little bit shorter now, and we changed the chord progression back to being essentially what's under the solo with just a little bit different ending. And then we haven't exactly sorted how the ending is going to work because guide tracks are just guide tracks, and we're chopping them up kind of quickly or whatever. So we're going to kind of establish that with the drums, and then as we start to retrack some of these instruments, we'll figure out exactly how the end works. We still have opportunity to make chord changes or anything like that as we go, and that's where we're at. And so kind of the next step is to get some drums on here. We got imported our faders from my drum input template, which comes up just kind of pre-labeled and with the inputs, but like I said, no plugins. There's a couple of plugins that come on inactive here if we wanted them, but we're not going to mess with anything right now. We'll figure that out once we've done a handful of takes. And simple song, so shouldn't need to play this a ton of times. So, if you want to watch a guy who used to be a good drummer struggle to be a decent drummer for the next little bit, then stick with us, because that's about what's going to happen right now. So, I just keeps it real. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, we're in here making music.
Yep, Joe's right here on this microphone, just in case no one can hear him. Okay. We're having fun on a Snack Saturday, which is now Track Saturday. It's Track Saturday for me. I don't know what the camera sees here, but it's Snack Saturday for Joe, and apparently me too, since my desk is now littered with snacks.
I set that up.
I see that.
We could get the sponsor.
I don't know if I mentioned earlier, Joe has put a bunch of snacks on the desk.
Shout out to Coca-Cola, Slim Jims.
Right, Powerade.
Powerade, owned by Coke.
I'm contractually
Ritz Bits.
Obligated to mention that every time I play drums, I enjoy Powerade, zero sugar sports drink. Sweet little 8 pound, 7 ounce baby Jesus. I love that, dude. I don't care. That shit is funny every time it's on.
Snack Saturday, Track Saturday.
So
it's gonna be a good one.
This is the session we left off with. Right, we got drum inputs now. We got new cameras. Joe had to stop and get some cables. We need to be able to show you guys me playing drums, so we had to get that going. So we're gonna introduce yet another new thing to our little rock and roll stream situation today, and that new thing is more camera angles. And now instead of just mixing, we're doing some tracking. So
yeah.
I'm stoked, and you should be stoked too. Right? What else is there to say? I don't know. We got to just kind of start making some drums happen.
It's you guys at this
quarter
point,
after 4.
You're hanging out, we're hanging out, but we're tracking. So.
Oh, I just got to look at Joe's screen. I'm glad to see that you can see the snacks.
I set that
okay,
up.
good. I wanted to make sure you can see what I deal with on my day to day.
Saturday. I've never heard anybody complain about having access to like a Ritz Bits, man.
I know. I should have just ate them all. That would have been hilarious if I just complained about them the whole time while we talked up front, and by the time you got here, they were just gone. I don't know why he crunch thinks he can just put these. What is it, Slim Jim? You know what I'm saying?
Oh man.
So yeah, I don't know. I have not played along with this track at all. So we listened to it a couple times while we made the edits. We listened to it a couple times while we talked to Sam. But I got to start taking some swings at this thing, and it's going to be from literally square one because, like I said, there's no tomfoolery here. Like, we didn't practice this stuff before we got here. We loaded it up. We launched a stream. Brad brought McDonald's. Joe brought snacks, and now we're about to do it. So, anything else anyone wants to say right now? We got anyone chatting? Anyone hanging out? Brad, how are the fries today? Were they hot?
Brad says the fries are hot. Stream's looking good. The vibe is tight.
Salt was good. The good heat. Nice fresh fry. Excellent. That's the key, really. Hey, Diane.
Yeah, we're in here.
Diane sent me a very nice coffee mug for Christmas. Thank you very much. I received it the other day. I drank some coffee out of it the other day. We're past coffee today because Joe got here so late and just took a sweet time getting going. I was up and at 'em, ready to go, sipping coffee.
I was here 10 minutes later than I said I was going to. Right. Actually, 9.
No, we really didn't have a time set. And when you don't have a time set, you just kind of, we did have a bunch of stuff to do. So we've
been working since.
We have been working, but you didn't want to see us like change a snare head and wire up a camera and, hang out and bust each other's balls for 2 or 3 hours before the stream. Or maybe you did, but we're not quite ready to lift the curtain all the way, 5,000 likes. Yeah. We'll start setting those.
Hit that like button. Yeah. Then we'll set up the cameras and we'll just let you in.
Slap like now. Yeah. But yeah, so Sam Hall, already there. Drum tracking, got to do it. That's kind of where it's at. That's the recap. I need to saddle up and play some drums. I'm kind of thinking about kicking the dog out of here so we don't blow up his ears because the drums are, somewhat loud. Even when you're playing mellow.
People. No dogs were harmed during the recording.
Yeah, so Joe's going to saddle up here. You're going to have a camera back there. I could take this mic way back there and have this while I'm back there, but I'm not going to really spend that much time back there. It's really going to be just like you're in the control room of the studio, and when the drummer's talking, you're hearing him through the drum mics, and you'll probably hear me a little bit. Not great. It's just the nature of the beast. This is what we do in the studio every day. Is in between takes, we crank the monitors way, 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 way up so we can hear the drummer talk, and then like usually the bass player or somebody who's direct like just starts noodling, and like we almost blow up speakers. So that's how it goes.
Hey, can I control my headphone mix here?
No. Nope, not from here. Keep that off. But yeah, so that's where we're at. It's time to play some drums and hopefully not screw it up too bad. And Sam's in the stream watching, so he'll be keeping us honest. I'm sure everyone in town is keeping an eye.
Tom Murray's in the house. We got people in the house. Merry Christmas.
Tom's a great drummer too. So we got drummers in the house. Hawkeye and me.
Oh man.
Don't expect to see any flash on this one. This one's all about playing that pocket.
Yeah. Apologies for the camera angle too. It just kind of. I'm gonna get it up real quick.
Go ahead, dude. Tweak it up. That's what we're here for. We keep it real on this stream. We're going to change the camera angle. Why? Because why not? I should eat all of these.
Do you want to saddle up or what? We could probably get you in.
I mean, I'm ready, dude. Look at me. Do you know what I'm saying? I hope everyone's having fun on their Saturday. We're down in the dungeon making rock and roll, but that's fun for us. So I hope whatever you're doing, you're having fun. You're watching us, so you're killing time, and that's cool. I hope we can help kill some time for you.
Thanks for stopping by. Hang out. All right, we're looking good. Let me get this dialed.
Yeah, we're gonna play the track. Where am I right now, frame-wise?
Out.
It's out.
Yeah. I'm gonna roll this thing for a sec. I'll roll it.
Yeah, we'll listen to it. I can use a listen.
Yeah.
Like the speakers open more.
I am gonna do that. Where are we at? Let me see.
Something tell you what I mean. She's got a pretty little dress with the back out. She's got a Cadillac top down, ready to go, without a single care, summer running through her hair. Yeah, she was already there. When we out the other night, I wore these on the hold you tight. There's only a lot of way to be. Oh, yeah, I can't be. I'm hoping about a steely way. Wanna come back. She's got a pretty little dress with the back out. She's got a Cadillac top down, ready to go. She's got nothing but heartbreak in her hands, and with nothing but a dream and a suitcase, started by heading out west on Saturday night, without a single care, summer running through her hair. Yeah, she was already there. She's got a Cadillac top down, ready to go. She's got a pretty little dress with the back out. She's got a Cadillac top down, ready to go. She's got nothing but heartbreak in her hands, and with nothing but a dream and a suitcase, started by heading out west on Saturday night, without a single care, summer running through her hair. Yeah, she was already there. Yeah, she was already there. Yeah, she was already there.
So we were just talking about that a little bit. JT's hopping in the saddle. I'm driving 2 seats over here, so hang out with us. Let me get Jeremy.
He's got 2 seats, but he's got snacks covered on both. I'm surprised there's
ready
no
to go.
snacks on your desk.
Get
Oh,
in
that's
your
not true.
seat.
That's
I'm
not
ready to
true.
hit the camera. And I do have snacks on my desk. I got snacks on my desk too. Snack Saturday, Track Saturday. Welcome to Noise Below. What's that noise? We're hanging out. Thanks for joining us. I see the chat's happening. You guys keep that going. I will. We're checking in. Brad's in there, kind of moderating. So Brad's in the house. All right, man. That breaks my heart, but I get it. We got to watch out for. We got to watch out for him.
Donald's is gone. Come on, bud. Let's go. We're sending you packing. Don't sleep right next to the room like it's snoring.
I was just gonna say that has happened before. He will sleep by the room mic, and yeah, you'll listen back to the room mic later on, and there's Ollie snoring in the mic. It's fantastic. So, see, I got stuff popping. So yeah, Snack Saturday, Track Saturday. Dog's getting out of the house. Jeremy's getting in the saddle. Thanks for joining us. We're hitting 4:22 p.m. Yeah. Yeah, we'll do some drums. We got groups going. You let me know what you want to punch. Let me get my cans on. If we even want to, if we get there.
Take a couple from the tip.
Cable hanger right here.
Feel it out. I'll remember all the arrangement changes I made. I'll try to talk somewhat loud, so hopefully the stream can hear me through the drum mics. I don't have a talkback mic, so I shouldn't be that loud. That's the way that is.
There's Jeremy. So.
I got my little headphone box back here. Like I said, we haven't really run through this yet, so.
Yeah, this is the first tracking.
Feel it out. See if I need to tune up the snare drum afterwards, and then hopefully a couple passes of this and we'll have it. Shouldn't be too bad.
Yeah, man, looking forward to it. Hitting it.
We're talking about stick clicks at the top, right?
Yeah, I think that's the move right now, and we
Yeah.
can see what to do.
I guess let's just take a warm up pass and I'll get into it. Well, may as well record it just cause, you know.
Yeah, just from the top. You ready?
I am. One more. I forgot about stick clicks. May as well just get in the habit right away.
Yeah, we're.
Back when we were start again, knowing I was making it, being alone is something else.
One more from the top. Let me think about this. We're gonna go. Hang on. So we're gonna go no bass drum in the first verse, and then the second verse maybe half as much bass drum.
Correct.
Right. That's right. Okay.
Here we go.
Back when we were start again, knowing I was making it, being alone is something else. Holding on to something else. These are not a thing now. You won't get one day. So I'm not sitting don't mean not these cigarettes. Waiting on a still waiting, still nobody with me. I don't know anything, something say what it means. She's got a pretty little dress with the back out. She's got a Cadillac top down, ready to go. Without a single care, summer running through her hair. Yeah, she was already there. Won't be out the other night. I won't be down, hold you tight. There's only one way to be. Lower than I can be. I'm rolling out a steely way. Where to come She's got a pretty little dress with the back out. She's got a Cadillac top down, ready to go. She's got nothing but heartbreak in her hands. And then nothing but a dream and a suitcase. Started by heading out west on Saturday night. Without a single care, summer running through her hair. Yeah, she was already there. She's got a Cadillac top down, ready to go. She's got a pretty little dress with the back out. She's got a Cadillac top down, ready to go. She's got nothing but heartbreak in her hands. With nothing but a dream and a suitcase. Started by heading out west on Saturday night. Without a single care, summer running through her hair. Yeah, she was already there. Yeah, she was already there. Yeah, she was already there.
We're gonna do a clean stop. Not bad though.
I feel like I just heard the dog. Thought I heard the dog.
Oh, you might have.
Fine.
I don't know. Those mics should be off.
You want me to keep that or just start a new place?
You know, whatever. We don't need to keep that.
Yeah, I'm with that.
Just thinking. So clean stop at the end.
I like a lot of the hi-hat sizzle kind of stuff. I should get on the mic. My bad. I like a lot of the hi-hat sizzle kind of work.
Yeah, the one thing I was doing, which is, I don't know if I should or not, right? I don't have a crash symbol, so on those ones, I was kind of hitting the hat, like as a symbol. I don't know if I should. Maybe it should just be clean ride.
That's what I'm saying. I think, right,
Habit.
I would find kick and snare pattern, man, and I think a lot of that stuff can, like, move between takes
Right
if
now,
you want
there is no
options.
kick and snare pattern. It's back and forth, right?
Right.
And I think it should be.
I agree. It should stay pretty clean and simple. I talked about, at one point, right, we talked about moving a couple kicks in some places and just putting him in there on a take or two so that we had some options. I love emphasizing lyrics with kick patterns.
Yeah.
And we don't have lyrics yet, so it could be a fun little...
Goes to that C sharp on the chorus turn.
C sharp minor.
Yeah, right.
C sharp minor.
But that would be maybe a couple doubles in there.
What is that?
Otherwise, I think straight
The
up.
minor sixth.
I think I'm going to try to stay away from hi-hats on the downbeat crashes and just play that
Right.
simple. Just keep it easy. Some ghost notes could be cool, but just straight driving is cool too. I don't know, you know.
I'm kind of into...
Throwing that little stagger was like, does
Yeah.
that break it up?
I'm more into, like, the cleaner, straighter, real driving stuff, to be honest.
Yeah. All right.
Like Steve Jordan.
Take it again from the top. We'll take this as take one. Oh, right. I also really didn't do much for fills at all in that take, but I just don't.
I honestly, the hi-hat sizzle, like, that's a fill
Right.
to me.
I got it.
In this tune, right?
Yep.
All right.
And I'm thinking since there's so many other small stops from the intro to the first verse, I'm not going to do any pause. I'm going to play it right through. We got
Yeah.
stops everywhere else.
Right.
All right.
Okay. You ready?
Yeah.
Here we go.
Back when we won't start again, blowing I was breaking it, beating more or something else, pulling more or something else. These all not a single now. You won't get one day. So I'm not single, only not these cigarettes, waiting on a still waiting, still about to wait me. I'm gonna wait something to say what it means. She's got a pretty little dress.
What do I do about that stop? We want it. Dun, 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 dun. Gotta have it. One more from the top.
All right.
Back when we won't start again, blowing I was breaking it, beating more or something else, Cadillac, top down, ready to go. She's got a pretty little dress with the back out. She's got a Cadillac, top down, ready to go. She's got nothing but heartbreak in her hands. With nothing but a dream and a suitcase, started by heading out west on a Saturday night. Without a single care, summer running through her head. Yeah, she was already there. Yeah, she was already there. Yeah, she was already there.
I hear what you heard. It's like in Sam's vocal.
Yeah, it is actually. I realized I don't think that mic is actually coming back into my feed. So
What mic?
the top of the stairs, where Ollie gets. Yep.
Why would it be?
It's not.
Oh.
You're not talking about that noise that I heard. Yeah,
I got
I got
Um,
you. Anyway,
okay, I learned. There is a couple pickup kicks I want to do, but I did too many of them.
I'm gonna start taking new playlists from here.
What was that? Nothing? So this will be the first one? Is that
You want to do? Okay, this will be the first one. I'm gonna.
I need a couple, because I think I got basically what I'm looking for. I think I know where
Yeah,
I'm gonna
I'll
play
keep
just
those.
a couple soft pickups on the kick, but I'm going to keep it real simple. I'm going to turn the track down just a little bit, because there's just a little bit of rushing in the track. I'm
So
gonna play
3 is number
track
1.
with that click, take a sip, and then either you
Feels good.
you feel like something's whatever, let me know. But I'm
Feels good. I kind of like a little bit of we're talking about some of the hi hat work. Kind of like some of the bounce in the hi hat without losing the drive of the kick and snare.
it's tricky, right?
It is.
First verse is broken down, no kicks really.
Right. And yeah, I'm not.
Question I did have. The
Yeah.
second verse, I was playing every other kick. I should probably just keep moving.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Okay.
I think so. You're still doing every other kick.
Stuff. I know what you're saying. There's just not a lot of opportunity for that. Like
I
a
know.
little bit of shuffle.
Yeah. Not.
Try to get a little.
I just mean even dynamically. I think is what I'm
Right.
getting with. That being said, yeah, not too much like shuffle or swing, but just dynamically. Yeah. In the first, you got that verse 1A and 1B kind of, the empty front part of that verse. The first verse. When you come in on 1B, are you still like every other kick?
1B is where the kick gets introduced at all.
Right.
First one is no kicks. 1B is every other kick.
Right, correct. And then it's every
Or verse 2 rather, I think is just back to full kick.
agreed. Agreed. And I'm thinking we may want to do a 1B where it starts with all the kicks.
A 1B where it starts with all.
Like when the kick drum gets introduced in 1B, it's quarters from there. Or not quarter, yeah.
It'd be nice to just do
Every bar.
one each way. But I think
Stop
there's
me.
a couple of takes, and then I think the long gap before the chorus 3, just leave it wide open, right?
Yeah.
Figure out what's gonna happen.
I like some of the floor tom moves.
Oh, the boom.
Yeah, a couple of the boom. You got an upside down head to throw on there? I suppose, we don't really want to kill that, do we?
Overdub it, but I think
Yep.
the drum kit will just come back on chorus 3, right?
Yep.
We'll figure out what happens in that gap.
Agreed.
All right, well, let's try to
That's
get
a later
couple
thing.
keepers, and then that should be that on this.
All right, man. Here we go.
Back when we were started getting low and I was breaking it, leaning over someone else, pulling
Thought I heard that.
Drop the stick. Hit me from the top.
Here we go.
Back when I start again, blowing I was breaking it, leaning over something else, pulling over something else. These are not a sin now. You won't get one day. Turning out the cigarette, bumming out these cigarettes, waiting on a still way to send nobody with me. I don't know the way things, something say what it means. She's got a pretty little dress with the back out. She's got a Cadillac top down, ready to go. Without a single care of summer running through her hair. Yeah, she was already there. Won't be out the other night. I won't be sorry, hold you tight. There's only one way to be lower than I can be. I'm about to steal away where to come from. She's got a pretty little dress with the back out. She's got a Cadillac top down, ready to go. She's got nothing but heartbreak in her hands. And then nothing but a dream and a suitcase. Started by heading out west on Saturday night. Without a single care of summer running through her hair. Yeah, she was already there. She's got a Cadillac top down, ready to go. She's got a pretty little dress with the back out. She's got a Cadillac top down, ready to go. She's got nothing but heartbreak in her hands. Then nothing but a dream and a suitcase. Started by heading out west on Saturday night. Without a single care of summer running through her hair. Yeah, she was already there. Yeah, she was already there. Yeah, she was already there.
So-
Floppy. I know it though.
I have. I like some of the kicks you sprinkled around in there.
Yeah,
Right.
It was too much at first. I know where I want it.
I know.
I think it's
Okay.
really just one. It's
One
well,
spot.
Nice, but right, it's right where that C-sharp minor is. I think.
Yes.
I wait for
Yes.
it.
Yep. Agreed.
Go
And
do a little pickup into it.
And again, I'm coming back to like you can sprinkle them around if you want. At the end of the day, when we come away with it, like I'm down with one or two. You know what I mean? Like
yeah,
that's what I'm
yeah,
feeling.
I'm gonna do one in each course in the same spot. I
Love
overdid
it.
the first time.
Tight.
The only other question is like, should I try to stay as rigid as I am, or should I like try to like make it just a little
Yeah.
more greasy?
I don't know. Sam Hall's in the house. Let us know. I feel like
And I mean, that's
kind of
subtle.
rigid.
I'm not trying to change anything. Just like
Yeah,
it's not
subtle.
Really like trying to ding, 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 ding. I think I know what I want to try.
I feel like you can slide around a little bit if that
Yeah,
makes
I'm gonna
sense.
give it just a little more. What do I want to do? I want to turn my mix down a little bit, and would you just turn the drum bus output up a couple dBs? I just want to
No
hear
problems.
a little bit more of myself.
They give you like what, 2?
Yeah, that's fine. Just a little helper.
No problem.
Um,
We're gonna get a fresh take.
let's keep that last one.
Yep, we're on playlist 3, so I'm in like new take territory.
What?
We're in playlist 3, so I'm in new take territory.
Yeah, okay.
I forget that you can't hear me through that mic.
Yeah, no, I just got to take an ear off.
Yeah.
Okay.
For
cool.
sure, man. You ready? Here we go.
Yeah, man. Hi.
Hi.
Gang's out here. We're streaming.
Oh, sorry.
That's all right. No,
It's
it's
all
all
good.
good. Hey, leave that crap. Leave that like it is. We're gonna do like 2 more takes of this, and then you won't have to listen to this shit anymore.
You want to find that?
What?
Oh, I thought you were hitting a drum for like a tone. All right.
I was just making sure everything's good.
Yeah.
So the ladies' home, which means we're gonna knock this drum track out in like 2 more passes, and we're gonna edit it up and make it cool.
Let's do it.
Hear anything? Hear it. Let's get it.
Go.
Start again, blowing my was breaking it. Being more of something else, blowing more of something else. These all not a thing now. You won't get one day. So not nothing late. Don't mean not these cigarettes. Waiting on a stone way, and still nobody with me. I know it needs something. Say what I mean. She's got a pretty little dress with the back out. She's got a Cadillac top down, ready to go. Without a single care of summer running through her hair. Yeah, she was already there. She's got a pretty little dress with the back out. She's got a Cadillac top down, ready to go. She's got nothing but heartbreak in her hands. There's nothing but a dream and a suitcase. Started by heading out west on Saturday night. Without a single care of summer running through her hair. Yeah, she was already there. She's got a Cadillac top down, ready to go. She's got a pretty little dress with the back out. She's got a Cadillac top down, ready to go. She's got nothing but heartbreak in her hands. With nothing but a dream and a suitcase. Started by heading out west on Saturday night. Without a single care of summer running through her hair. Yeah, she was already there. Yeah, she was already there. Yeah, she was already there.
Freaking stool. Fucked up 1 kick, couple fill questionables. All in all, pretty good.
Yeah, I liked
I live with it.
the little fill at the end, near the end.
I say we get 1 more. I'll try to make the fills different, and I think we'll have it.
Yeah, we got. I mean,
Unless you hear a specific spot for more, more, but I don't think
No,
we're
it's
doing
just
much
about
fills.
yeah, it's about getting some of that stuff in there.
Yeah.
That's all.
Just get one more then, and we'll call that. We'll call it. We'll edit it up.
All right, man. Let me get this camera dialed.
Yeah, I think one more will have enough. Nice and simple.
Here we go.
Start again, blowing my was breaking it, being more something else, blowing more something else. These all not a sin now. You won't get one day. So not Sunday, don't mean not these cigarettes, waiting on a stupid way, and still nobody with me. I know the way needs something. Say what it means. She's got a pretty little dress with the back out. She's got a Cadillac top down, ready to go. Without a single care of summer running through her hair. Yeah, she was already there. Won't be out the other night. I won't be sorry, hold you tight. So I don't wait to be lower than I can be. Won't out of Stevie Ray. What a comeback. She's got a pretty little dress with the back out. She's got a Cadillac top down, ready to go. She's got nothing but heartbreak in her hands. And nothing but a dream and a suitcase. Started by heading out west on Saturday night. Without a single care of summer running through her hair. Yeah, she was already there. She's got a Cadillac top down, ready to go. She's got a pretty little dress with the back out. She's got a Cadillac top down, ready to go. She's got nothing but heartbreak in her hands. With nothing but a dream and a suitcase. Started by heading out west on Saturday night. Without a single care of summer running through her hair. Yeah, she was already there. Yeah, she was already there. Yeah, she was already there.
The famous Creep. Some of
That should have been the ending, dude.
Here Comes the Divorce. I'm teasing. There's some really great stuff in there, man.
I think I did all right on that one. Might have overplayed a couple spots, but we should have it. Right? Right. Cool? Yeah.
Yeah, let's situate. I gotta move some things.
I'm up on that Joe Mike. The Joe Mike is all right, yeah. It smells like kind of like Funyuns. Max couldn't turn down the speakers. The one job he had. If you heard him. All right, so we're back up here. We just played a bunch of passes.
I was messing with some audio. Sorry about that. I'm
No, it's
trying
all good.
to,
We're going to review in a minute. I'll probably go upstairs and say hello to my wife, who just returned home from a very long work week. She works retail, and it's a holiday, so she is kind of like, you seen those zombie movies? It's kind of how she feels right now. Yeah, I don't know. What did we do? We did a couple of passes. We did a couple warm-up passes. We made a couple decisions. We knew the song wasn't going to be terribly difficult. Tried to play it kind of nice and in the pocket. Lot of demo tracks here, and just a lot of demo guitars, DIs, real simple stuff. So a little bit of rushing in the demo tracks. This is something that we deal with. So you try to lay back and play with the click, not pay attention to the music. However, you have to completely pay attention to the music, so that can be a little tricky, but it's all good because we're going to conform all this stuff to the drums once we get the drums comped up in the way we want them. So that'll be the next step. I'll probably let Joe entertain you for a couple of minutes here while I go deal with some upstairs business, and then we'll start editing these drums. Maybe Joe will start editing them right now. Who knows? He's crazy like that. Probably not. Hopefully not. But yeah, we'll unarm those. That was our drum inputs. Maybe Joe will talk you through some of that stuff, or we already did talk you through some of it. But yeah, and I will be back. Couple of passes of drums in the tank. Nice. Now we clean them up and make myself sound respectable. That's part of the job. Not an easy job. And that's what I got.
I'll go through some takes. All right. Check it out. We're going to go through some of the takes that we just did, maybe make some notes, see what we like, see what we didn't like. Probably going to start with the last take because there were some fun spots in that. Yeah, it felt pretty good. So, yeah, that feels like the start of that right there. So let's start by giving it a listen.
She's got a pretty little dress with the back out. She's got a Cadillac top down, ready to go. Without a single care of summer running through her hair. Yeah, she was already there. We'll meet on the other night. I won't be sorry, hold you tight. So I don't wait to be low. She's got a pretty little dress with the back out. She's got a Cadillac top down, ready to go. She's got nothing but heartbreak in her hands. And with nothing but a dream and a suitcase, started by heading out west on Saturday night. Without a single care of summer running through her hair. Yeah, she was already there.
Instead of, I like the whole move. The whole move is pretty tight. I like this little fill here.
Yeah, she was already there. top down, ready to go. She's got a pretty little dress with the back out. She's got a Cadillac, top down, ready to go. She's got nothing but heartbreak in her hands. With nothing but a dream and a suitcase. Started by heading out west on a Saturday night. Without a single care, summer running through her hair. Yeah, she was already there. Yeah, she was already there. Yeah, she was already there.
That sounds pretty good. That is probably the take right there that we're going to stick and probably comp around. I think at this point, a lot of things felt pretty good. I want to give it one more listen, kind of from top to bottom for a little bit of perspective, and then probably dive into some sections. There's a few things that I'll be curious to see if Jeremy hears, right? Yeah, that's always fun. But there was a couple of moves in these other passes that I wanted to listen to and see what we liked and audition a couple of things. So there was a double, yeah, like there's a, I don't know if it was a flam or just like between this move right here. It's a lot of lead.
Summer running through her hair. Yeah, she was already there.
Okay, I kind of just like that fill. I don't think there's a topper.
Summer running through her hair. Yeah, she was already there.
Nope. No thanks. Let's see what else we got.
Summer,
I can already tell you no. Come on.
yeah, she was already there.
Actually, that is not a terrible fill at all. I actually think it fits really good into the song, but not too bad going into a solo. But now that we're working towards the end of the song, I don't know what other kind of moves we have in that take. Yeah, not a ton. So I almost want to keep that or say that we should.
Yeah, she was already there.
That's a good fill, though. Fits right in. That's the kind of stuff we're looking for. We didn't take anything from that one, so stay in there. I think that was kind of the only other thing I really wanted to hear.
Yeah, she was already there.
On the keeper track, sounding great. Nothing on this one, which could be an option, but I guess it depends with the music, what we do there.
She's got a pretty little dress with the back out. She's got a Cadillac, top down, ready to go. She's got nothing but heartbreak in her hands. With nothing but a dream and a suitcase. Started by heading out west on a Saturday night. Without a single care, summer running through her hair. Yeah, she was already there.
That's kind of a neat little move.
Yeah, she was already there.
Fits pretty good at an end, doesn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, she was already there.
I don't know, though. Nothing. Back at the top again. How did I end up there? Should probably get rid of these, eh? That's okay. We'll come back to those. What do you like, Brad? What are you sounding? What are you hearing? Yeah, I know. I was thinking preference stuff. There was this little spot going into chorus too. You know, it was awesome, actually. Let me come back to this for a second. I think it's coming out of this chorus. I liked this little move.
Yeah, she was already there.
Like the open hi-hat, right? A little bit of that.
Yeah, she was already there.
Adds a little movement and shake to a song. You know, you want to keep the drive, right? But try and still breathe a little life into it and give it some movement. I don't know. It kind of feels like that take might just be the take, and we can go in and do a little cleaning up of some stuff. I didn't really hear anything. Let's take this one more time from the beginning. We were talking about that earlier with the kick pickup. So when we come in on verse, in the B part of verse 1, I think in the earlier takes we were on the every other kick. No, maybe it was just that first one? No, I don't know. Okay, where that one went. So we're on every kick every time, which I prefer anyway. Dude, this take... Oh, I'm shouting in the mic. This take, man, like... Yeah, it kind of feels like the one. I mean, if you know, you're gonna clean it up and stuff, but like I was listening to everything else, and that kind of felt like all the moves there felt a little better.
Yeah, I think you probably can't hear.
The people can't hear you, but I can hear you. Talking to James Murray.
Cables. No, I felt like the last one was pretty cohesive. Yeah, I got to check it out, and maybe we're probably gonna beat Detective just because, and you know, we'll see what we like, if we like it with or without or whatever, but. The last one felt good, so I'm just cleaning up some mic cables, and then I'm going to start working on that.
Yeah, why don't I dive into that? I'm going to roll this from the top so you can give it a little listen. Also, snare drum specifically sounds great in both sets, but like has a real great sound in the Atom set. Yeah, incredible. Real, it's got a great splat to it. It's good. It's nice. Let's listen to that.
Got a Cadillac, top down, ready to go. She's got got a pretty little dress with the back out. She's got a Cadillac top down, ready to go. She's got nothing but heartbreak in her hands. With nothing but a dream and a suitcase, started by heading out west on a Saturday night, without a single care, summer running through her hair. Yeah, she was already there. Yeah, she was already there. Yeah, she was already there.
What? Oh yeah, no ride mic. Joe likes the ride sound, no ride mic. But we got the kit mic right under there. We were just talking about, do we beat detective this? Do we not? I don't know. It feels pretty good right now. Sam chimed in something about a snare flam. Where was it, Joe?
Into the first chorus, 1B into C1.
I like that. Psst, pop. You don't like that, huh, Sam?
Little snare. I'm always
Let's see what else. I may have done some variations. I know I did that at least twice, but I might have done some other shit. That one like doesn't have the kick. That one has a kick before. That one's just hat, which is kind of nice. I do too. So that's an option, but still snare flam. What else we got? No open hat, just the snare flam. So variations, but not the one you're looking for necessarily. And that's it.
That's it. 2, 3.
I like this one too.
What's Sam talking about?
Don't
I
know,
like
but we're
that
putting
one.
it in.
That one's the good one.
And I can see that I'm rushing. That's the nature of me. We're probably going to end up moving these drums around just a taste.
That's what I'm saying, like in chunks and some pieces here and there, but it's got a good groove.
But we're going to put that other stop in. We like him better.
She's got a pretty
We'll come back and clean these up. Yeah, you can see how drifty I am at times. Sloppy drummer. It's all right. That's what Beat Detective's for. We may as well take you right on through the process. Sometimes you beat detective a guy. Sometimes you don't. Today we probably do.
She's got a pretty little dress with the back out. She's got a Cadillac top down, ready to
What else about this take were we worried about? I don't remember. We listened all the way through,
4?
right?
With the comp, yeah. No, nothing.
We're good.
There wasn't a lot. It was whether or not to grid anything.
Right. So what we're going to do, we just made that one little patch. That was an upgrade, and we can continue to patch as we go. but-
Yeah, that's always there, but I just mean no big movements that was
Right.
like, oh, we got to grab this or that.
So what I usually do is like we work our way down. I usually leave the first one blank. It looks like we left this one blank too. That might have been Joe
I think I started
trying to
doing
leave one
from the
blank
top.
for me. Right. But yeah, what I'll usually do is, so that's our comp, which is, it's really just the final take, but I put one little piece in there. But I usually duplicate that. So I have the comp untouched, unbeat detective anything down on 5. And then I copy that and I go up to the first playlist, which doesn't have all the extra numbers, so it's clean up here. And I paste it in, and then this will be the one that I'll beat detective. So I'll have one with beat detective, one without. Often I'll choose sections to use from one or the other and kind of like hybrid them both, or I'll use a lot of the beat detective drums, but I'll flip the fills back to the natural ones and slide them in, just to keep those kind of natural. But just different ways of doing it, and may as well just take you through one of the ways. So I consolidate this. I don't know if you can hear me when that's rendering. I consolidate the drums, and then
Yeah,
we're
we
going to run a little beat detective on these and tighten them up a little bit. And then we were also talking about, we did this intentionally with no crashes. I think we're all, I don't know, are we all on the fence? We all like the no crashes, but also wonder if maybe we should overdub some, at least just like onto the chorus hits. You know,
We have to
maybe
imagine
we should
some-
have some.
Some music in some of those other places too.
Right, we
where
don't know
may
exactly
naturally
what's
want some
gonna be-
crashes, but I am about putting like maybe some crashes in there for the
Right.
fact of
I
having.
think we will.
We
I-
always can too.
Right.
You know,
I think what we'll do is we will beat detective these, and then I think we'll do a crash pass, as they say, as I say, just because. And then if we decide to use them, we do. If we don't, we don't. But we may as well just get them on there while the drums are up and blah, blah, blah. I mean, in my case, at this studio, the drums stay up. But, you know, you in general, like, get anything you might want before you tear your drums down. So you have to come back and figure that out. So we're going to make a beat detective group, which is going to consist of close mics, kick in, snare top. I don't really need to do the bottom. I'm not going to use the rack tom mic because it looks like it didn't hit the rack tom. And then I am going to throw the hat in there, and I'm going to throw the kit mic in there because the kit mic is the closest thing to the ride cymbal, so we can hear some of that. And I'll make a group special that's just those mics called BD for Beat Detective. So now I have two groups, all drums and Beat Detective. So when I click on this guy, I'm just looking at, oops, sorry, I got the wrong one selected. When I click on BD, I'm just looking at those close mics that I just selected. So when I open Beat Detective and I start looking at it, I'm only looking at close mics, no distant mics. So it shouldn't have too much extra to think about. I capture the selection. I don't think I'm playing anything past an eighth note in this, so I leave it there. 99.9% of the time, I end up at 31% here. So I just put that there. We'll analyze. Did it do it? There it is. Took a second. We're going to make sure. Capture is good. We analyze. Yeah, so we got it analyzed correctly. I go to like 7 seconds, trigger pad. So now we've just analyzed the drum Beat Detective group. Not the far mics, not anything else. Now we take our all drums group, we click on it, and we apply what it looked at to all the tracks. Separate. Conform, 100%, not afraid of it, all the way up. Smooth it, same thing. I usually go 7 milliseconds, sometimes a little more. We'll listen back quick. Done. So now before I consolidate, I usually listen just to make sure there's nothing crazy happening. At this point, because I'm really just trying to figure out what's up with drums, I'm going to pull most all the demo tracks really down low. I do want to hear the vocals, just kind of give me some frame of reference and make sure the groove is cool. But I'm just going to double check those drum edits, see if we need to fly anything back from the non-Beat Detective version and just see how it feels, and then consolidate this if it's good. Then we'll do some cymbals. So we got to check this out quick.
Back when we won't start again, Lord, I was breaking it. Being Lord is something else, holding on to something else. These are not a single else. You won't get one day. So not the single, don't mean not these cigarettes. Waiting on a single way, to send nobody away from me. I know the way needs something to say what I mean. She's got a pretty little dress with the back out. She's got a Cadillac top down, ready to go. Without a single care, summer running through her hair. Yeah, she was already there. Summer running through her hair. She's got a pretty little dress with the back out. She's got a Cadillac top down, ready to go. Without a single care, summer running through her hair.
Something weird right there.
Care, summer running through her hair.
So what we'll do, I'm pretty confident this is going to be all right. I'm just going to consolidate this all quick. And then we go back and just clean up. I heard a little Beat Detective issue in there. We'll fix him up in a second here. We're going to consolidate all these drums quick. Waiting on Pro Tools. There it is. All right. So those are consolidated. Pretty sure you lose us when the computer's doing some of that thinking, so bear with us. But we're working in real time, so that's what happens. So now we're going to clear all this crap out of here. And go back to doing some fixes.
She's got a pretty little dress with the back out. She's got a Cadillac top down, ready to go. That skincare summer running through her hair.
It could be bass too, hard to tell.
She's got a pretty little dress with the back out. She's got a Cadillac top down, ready to go. That skincare summer running through her hair.
There's something in the ride cymbal.
Summer running through her hair.
Interesting.
That skincare summer running through her hair.
Yeah, so funky bar right there, no big deal.
Summer running through her hair. Yeah, she was already there. Roll me out the other night. I won't mean something, hold you tight. These old wide away to be lower than I can be. I'll lower my out of steely way. When I come back home. She's got a pretty little dress with the back out. She's got a Cadillac top down, ready to go. She's got nothing but heartbreak in her hands. And with nothing but a dream and a suitcase, started by heading out west on a Saturday night. That skincare summer running through her hair. And she was already there.
Oh, wah, wah.
Right, so sometimes Beat Detective sounds like a robot played it.
And she was already there.
So that's a prime example of the groove was feeling good. We don't like that. So we keep our drum group together, which I didn't have. So now we can just flip right back to interesting. So that's one of the interesting things about Beat Detective, right? This is the comp with Beat Detective, and this is the fill we have.
And she was already there.
But
But that's not what I actually played. It tried to fill in the blank. As you can probably see, there's an entire snare, which I left as like a open hole. It put one in there, thought it should have one. Thanks, Pro Tools. Thanks for rewriting how it works. This is what I actually played.
And she was already there.
I left a hole. But we'll go back to, again, this is the same performance, just with Beat Detective.
And she was already there.
I, s-
wondering what happened.
I see what it was trying to say, but so well, usually what I'll do is I'll just massage that in. So we'll tab right to where this starts. I'll tab all the way through it to the end of the bar. Copy that. And then I go back to my fixed up guy, which is over here. So Beat Detective pushed me back because I tend to rush. So I tab to same kick drum in time with Beat Detective, paste them in, and then you might have to go back and do a little manual fix up, but that should be pretty naturally in there, and it will be back to live drum fill, no editing, no Beat Detective, sandwiched in there. Should feel better. So we check it out.
And she was already there. She's got a Cadillac top down, ready to go. She's got a pretty little dress with the back out. She's got a Cadillac top down, ready to go. She's got nothing but heartbreak in her hands.
Cool. So there you go. So we basically used all of my last performance. We changed one thing about the way we dropped into the first chorus. Sam asked for something without a flam. Unfortunately, we didn't have that. I didn't do one like that, but we found a hybrid where I left the bass drum out, and it's kind of a hi-hat flam thing. So literally, like the change there was we removed. This is take 3 where I didn't play a bass drum. One little change there, and then we Beat Detective everything. We flipped back a couple of drum fills that Beat Detective didn't like, and that's it. It's basically just one take. So we dig that. So we consolidate him one more time just to kind of keep everything tightened up on our edited, finished, what we're calling our main drum track. And again, all the other things are on playlists. So if at any point we want to look for a different fill, change something, whatever, we could. I mean, frankly, all the inputs and all the shit is still set up. So we could have just played a different fill in there for Sam, but we just flew one in because we're making things happen. So I'm going to consolidate this. You'll lose me for 2 seconds, and then we'll keep moving.
I don't know that we lose you, man.
Maybe not. Maybe not.
I have meters. I can.
What
tell
about
you.
now? What about now?
No,
You
we're
gonna hear
still
me?
good.
Oh,
We're
wow.
good.
Okay.
We're live.
I guess it works while rendering. I didn't think it did.
I
so.
think it did either.
So there you go. So
Sam's feeling it.
Who's that?
Samuel is feeling it.
Nice. All right,
Wonder
Sam.
if he's
Yeah,
gonna zoom in later.
we got some drums. Yeah, we can certainly have them if he wants. If we want.
We gotta get more further. We gotta get further down the road first.
So never did hit the rack tom, not one time in this track. So we're gonna just hide and make inactive. We could delete him entirely, but whatever. We'll just get him out of the way. Only played the floor tom a couple times, so might as well just go through and clean up those. I like to cut everything out. That's not when it's being played. I don't need that bleed. I got plenty of other mics open, so we'll go through and just fix up the floor tom real quickly. Only a few hits. One thing I've definitely noticed over the years of being the dude who sometimes is playing drums and editing drums is you start playing differently to leave yourself a little less like work on the back end, or you just start thinking about like keeping it clean because you're going to have to go back and do this stuff. But yeah, so we cut the noise out of the floor tom quick and get rid of that click. Pro Tools, freaking out a little bit, not really. And then what do we think? Should we do a crash pass? What do you think,
one.
Sam?
Just one.
Should we may as well have them. We can
That's what
turn
I'm
them
saying.
off.
I want to hear what it sounds like with them before I decide
Yep.
that we don't need it.
We could
'Cause, like,
certainly turn them off, but
if
we should put
never
them
brought
on.
It in, I'd be fine with that. But
And I think we'll be very, very sparse with them, right?
yeah,
Like
yeah.
maybe right at
like
the top,
one or two.
maybe at the top, maybe at the chorus, nothing in the verses. I do want to try some drum things in these verses, maybe cut away some microphones and get
Yeah.
kind of like lo-fi or something. We'll get there. That's a nice long pause. We can really just let it ring pretty much right to the kick, and maybe even just a little overhang so we don't hear the gate essentially close. Manual gating is essentially what this is, just going through, tabbing up.
Clean it up. I also the visual aspect for me is just a little more. It's easier to glance at the screen and get an understanding of what's happening when you can clean it up a little bit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, stoked on. We did a little bit of drum tuning. I went through probably, I don't know, maybe 4 different snare drums, maybe even more. Kind of.
Yeah, a couple.
I really thought I was going to use this Ludwig Black Magic that I have. That's the big.
Where is that
It's
thing?
the big 7. I put it back over. I got a
Yeah, I
shelf.
can hold it up on the GoPro.
Yeah, right. Put it away. I really thought it was going to be him, and I had a blue Evans hydraulic head, and I was all excited about that, and I was half right. But what ended up happening was that snare drum sucked.
5 snare drums you tried.
And then I tried a bunch of other ones, and then I went to a 5.5. Ooh, I missed this one. That's why you go back and look. Then I went to a 5.5 Ludwig Acrolite that also has the blue head on it. So I kind of thought I was going to do it with the big one. The big one didn't really want to tune that low and didn't sound great, but the 5.5 did tune up super low and did pretty much
Sound off.
exactly what we were hoping for. And right now we're listening back to drums with 0 plugins and just what we printed, which again there's no even EQ in the front. We just do a little compression and a little EQ over here, or sorry, a little compression in the preamps, but nobody gets EQ on the way in. So pretty stoked on what we got printed thus far.
Yeah. Sounds good. It sounded good tracking in my headphones, and listening back, it's like, wow,
Nice.
even better.
So I'm going to quickly, I turned all this music down. I'm going to quickly blend it all back in, and then we're going to set up another track and do a quick pass where we just throw some crash cymbals down and in some sections, and then we'll have them so we can fly them to some other sections if we need to or whatever. But I'm going to blend some music back in so I'm listening to something decent in my headphones when I do said crashes. So I'm just going to do a quickie blend on this again. Quick here.
Pretty little dress with the back out. She's got a Cadillac top down, ready to go. That sinking summer running through her hair. Yeah, she was already there. We'll meet on the other night. I won't mean something, hold you tight. I don't need to be lower than I can be. I'll roll down a steamy way when I come back home. She's got a pretty little dress with the back out. She's got a Cadillac top down, ready to go. She's got nothing but heart in her hands.
All right, so we're not too worried about those guitars because we're going to start replacing them shits. Sorry, Sam. You know what I'm saying.
Those keys, though, man, are awesome.
We love those little keys. Yeah, I'm going to definitely keep those in there the whole way. This is something, I was talking to Joe about this the other day. This came up on the Jonah Matranga record, which I want to talk about because that thing, first single came out yesterday, right, Brad? Correct. And it is on all the streaming platforms. I worked really hard on that record along with Jonah and Brad and our buddy Norman out in New York, who kind of overlorded the whole thing and kept both me and Jonah on track and was a excellent tiebreaker when there's two people arguing about the way something should go. And most times he agreed with me, so he was an excellent tiebreaker. But yeah, that record just came out. I say that to say I don't remember. I don't remember why we started down that path. We were talking about something within this song. Oh, keys. Right.
Keeping stuff
Right,
in the original
exactly.
demo.
Perfect. Thank you. Lost my train of thought. That was a big thing when we first started working on the Jonah record, was he just kind of wanted to send me very minimal stuff, but then he would send me a bounce of like a demo that he did, and there was all this other stuff in there. And I was just like, well, where's that? He's like, well, it's all just placeholder or quick stuff or whatever. I'm like, that's okay, though. Some of that is really cool. And, placeholder or not, you put it there for a reason when you were making your demo. Again, Sam made this demo down and dirty quick. He put this keyboard in here because he felt like it. It's called Light Harmonica, which is excellent. But we think it's awesome. So it's going to definitely make it the whole way. And I might even duplicate it and try to, like, squeeze more out of it because it's, I don't know, it's just a cool little thing. And I love when something from an original demo can make it the whole way. I think that's awesome. So yeah, so we got a drum track kind of rocking. I think we may as well throw a set of cymbals on top, right? Just because if we use them, we use them. If we don't, we don't. But I think we should do them.
Agreed. And again, I mean, you can probably do them in more places than you really like. Do them in every place that you might possibly want.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's going to be top of the song, choruses, maybe a little extra in the bridge or the end, and then we can just turn them off or fly them around. But the beauty of this is this can be a one-pass type of deal because only going to use 2 crash cymbals. I'll use them both, and then I can fly them around and nudge them accordingly to get them to be anywhere we need them to go. So we call this Crash OD. Sounds like a bad band.
Yeah.
Crash OD.
Crash OD. Remember Crash Bandicoot?
I do.
You ever play that game?
I never played it, but I definitely remember
Star Fox. Crash Bandicoot. Was that an PlayStation game? Sega? No, PlayStation. Sonic was Sega.
I wasn't a
Yeah,
Sega
yeah.
guy. I was a Nintendo. I was a
I-
Nintendo man.
I have both.
Ooh, wow.
Well, I
Must
grew
have
up
been
basically in
rough,
2
bro.
houses, and like each
I
house
know,
had
yeah.
each system.
Yeah, I feel you on that.
hmm
I had a little bit of 2 households and did have a little bit of that too. I had a Nintendo at
I mean,
home.
let's be straight. The Sega was my brother's Sega that I would play, right? And the Super
Mhm.
nothing belonged to me.
Mm.
Still to this day, the bank owns everything, man.
So we set up a Crash stereo channel, Crash overdub. We just pull up our same old overheads, which come up on 7 and 8, and they're still set up because the kit's still set up.
And what are those?
Um,
The 414s?
That is a pair of 414s, kind of an XY on one stand. A, because I kind of dig that, and B, because I'm in a small space and 2 stands, and walking in and out from behind the kit was a little bit hectic. So we went for the XY thing. Works good though. So I think what we'll do, we'll throw a set of Crashes at this. We're going to turn the speakers down, which Joe didn't decide to do last time, but
That's not true.
it's all good because there's no room mics in here, so it shouldn't really matter. But rookie move. But
Brad said it was done.
look who I'm dealing with. Crash OD, right? So we're going to throw him in, record. I'm going to throw myself back behind the drum set, plug the headphones in that I already unplugged because I jumped the gun, and
Speaking of amateur.
right, total rookie. We'll turn these down. We're not really going to need to hear these. I'm pretty sure when I hit the crashes, I'll know that they're coming through the microphones loud and clear. So we got headphones. I'm going to turn my headphones back on, run back behind the kit. We'll throw a crash pass down, and then we'll jump back in and figure out where we want to go from here on this tune, I guess. That'll be next up. We'll probably maybe make the drums sound a little bit better, throw a couple plugins on them, and then probably start sifting through some of the demo guitars and figuring out what we like, what we don't like. Maybe we can keep a couple of these little tremolo guys and stuff. Some of the more rhythmic stuff we're going to want to replace because now we got real drums and we're going to want to play them super duper tight because I'm a stickler for that stuff. But yeah, that's where we're at. So cymbal time. We still got
Let's
a
get
drum
something set
cam,
up.
right?
Yeah, yep, still got that going. Drum cam still going.
Cool.
Other stuff with some of this too, man, is you set that up.
Yeah.
Is that with the original stuff that comes out of the demo and everything, because Sam is working in Logic and the way that everything was exported, a plugin or two may not have made it, and the sounds that we hear may not have been what were originally. They're usually pretty close. It depends on what kind of channel work it does. I usually, when I export stuff, I try to there's an option to commit the channel sound and then export, and I do have that checked, but I still feel like it just gets goofy because of the way it prints reverbs and stuff, and the way it labels it, like you don't know, that sort of thing. So getting that out in the open anyway, in terms of some of these sounds, and whether or not they're going to be kept or whatever. I think in another scenario, things may be kept a little bit differently or whatever the case may be. But let's get the drum cam going and get a cymbal set up. There you go. So what are we on? So the ride's a 22-inch A?
Ride's a 22, a
23-inch Sweet Ride A. Yep. And everything's A.
And then I'm going to put up, not everything is A. I guess we got an A custom.
A custom.
Thin crash. You should hear me since I'm on these overheads.
Oh, there you go.
Should hear me at least a little bit.
Yep, you're pretty faint, but you're in there.
And then I got another 19 A custom I'm going to put up as well. Close the door. What's up, Cam? I see you.
I suppose I gotta run this a little bit.
Yeah, this should be a one-take Willie right
Yeah.
here. I mean,
Yeah.
He must have do hit some cymbals.
I mean, I'd be disappointed in you
Hopefully
otherwise.
in time. So I got snares off, no extra rattle. Headphones should be rocking. Yeah, I really think I'm just gonna mark choruses. And yeah, I don't know. I don't want to overplay it. We can always put more in. So I'm just gonna do a couple. I'll use both cymbals.
Yeah, man.
Real quick, actually. I'm gonna bring this cymbal up to equal height, just because.
Right.
I don't need to be comfortable. I just want the stereo spread to be cool. So, all right, let's do a crash pass.
Here we go.
Oh, will you turn the click on for me?
Yep.
17. Yep.
So I'm just noticing that our waveform on that crash was teeny tiny. I feel like our signal
Alright.
chain is not quite right.
Fine. It's overhead. So it's the way it always is.
Okay.
She's got a pretty little dress with the back out. She's got a Cadillac top down, ready to go. That suitcase, summer running through her hair. Yeah, she was already there. Won't be out the other night. I won't be sorry, hold you tight. These are I don't wait to be lower than I can be. Walking down the Stevie Way, where to come back She's got a pretty little dress with the back out. She's got a Cadillac top down, ready to go. She's got nothing but heartbreak in her hands. Then nothing but a dream and a suitcase. Started by heading out west on Saturday night. That suitcase, summer running through her hair. Yeah, she was already there. She's got a Cadillac top down, ready to go. She's got a pretty little dress with the back out. She's got a Cadillac top down, ready to go. She's got nothing but heartbreak in her hands. Then nothing but a dream and a suitcase. Started by heading out west on Saturday night. That suitcase, summer running through her hair. Yeah, she was already there. Yeah, she was already there. Yeah, she was.
Yeah. No end. That's right. I felt good. Crash pass.
Hey, dude.
Crash pass.
Dude. The delay to YouTube is exactly 4 bars.
Oh wow.
It's like almost dead on. It's wild. My head just went for a ride as I was watching the screen. Yeah, that was insane. Woo! Crash pass.
Crash pass.
Looking good, man.
That felt good.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll want those. Hard to know.
I can't wait to get an overhead. It's gonna be a good one.
Crash pass. Got some symbols.
Clyde's in the YouTube chat.
Clouds in the YouTube chat.
Clyde.
See what these crashes are saying. You can see the stereo spread on the XY thing. That's nice, left and right here. Oh yeah.
That sounds tight.
Who wants a cymbal sample? I got them.
Oh,
They're not
we'll
cheap.
be selling them. Yeah. Instagram, hit it up at the store.
JT cymbal pack. Get it while it's hot. It's just too hot. Oops. So yeah, so we just did some symbols. I don't know if we're gonna keep them, not keep them, whatever. We might keep
I
them.
feel like they can kind of just all be like they're in there, and
Yep.
let's
we
see
could
where we want to get rid of them.
probably,
You know, where
I mean, we gridded everything else. We could probably just snap these babies up real quick. Why not? Just because that way there's no flamming, there's no worries. So we'll duplicate him just in case. Never hurts.
never hurts.
And then, I mean, whole notes, quarter notes, doesn't really matter. Barely playing this thing. It's obviously thinking, there it is. Looks like we were pretty darn tight. Didn't move them much. Sure shouldn't have to. But yeah, so now we got crashes. Let's see here. Super loud.
She's got a pretty little dress with a black out. She's got a Cadillac top down, ready to go. I've seen Cape Summer running through her hair. Yeah, she was already there.
Joe likes a lot of what happens when there isn't symbols. I agree. We were talking about maybe just making them, because we have complete control, maybe making them really tucked back there and probably, adding some high end and making them real sheeny, and maybe even throwing like some verb or some chorus or something to kind of make them hyper real,
Yeah.
But yeah,
Almost
so
like not a difference, but almost a different. I mean, a different sound for sure, but like not a different instrument, but a different sound. I feel like
I'm
I
digging
don't know,
that.
the
I mean,
simple vibe.
right, we got them if we want them. We can fly them around or we can subtract them, but I kept it pretty darn straight up. I added one extra one in this chorus.
Yeah, something
Really getting brave.
Yeah, let me hear that. Please.
We're nothing but a dream and a suitcase. Started by heading out west on a Saturday night. I've seen Cape
Bold.
Yeah, man. I don't even know about it. I don't know.
But yeah, so that's
Maybe like
cool.
one at the end.
That's cool. We dig it. We'll figure out where exactly those are going to go. I like the idea of really getting kind of the rhythmic element of this thing going, which is what we were talking about a little earlier before we started the stream. So again, I might tuck most or all of these guitars, and I kind of want to start thinking about percussion right away. Like I want to get the drum track swinging. I might want to get some tambo shaker stuff going right away, and then get some plugs on the drums. And even though these are scratch vocals, I really like to make sure drums, percussion, vocals are groovy. I'll leave this keyboard in just because, and probably a little bit of bass.
That keyboard kind of is the vibe of the tune, right?
Really
there,
like that
man.
keyboard,
Yeah,
yeah,
and it
yeah.
that's going to be the character of the song
That's
the whole
silly,
way through.
that silly little thing. But yeah, so I'm just going to listen to drums, bass, vocals from the top, and I'm going to grab up a little bit of percussion, which is over in storage on the other side, a couple shakers and tambos, and then I'm thinking we're going to dig into some of that. So we're going to listen to this. I'm going to round up a couple of tools to use, like I said, and
We'll see what
we'll
it
be
do.
back in a second.
back when we won't start again. Love, I was breaking it. Being alone is something else. Holding on to something else. These are not a single now. You won't get one day. So I'm not too late. Don't mean not these cigarettes. Waiting on a still way to send nobody away from me. I know the way it is. Something say what I mean. got a Cadillac, top down, ready to go. She's got a pretty little dress with the back out. She's got a Cadillac, top down, ready to go. She's got nothing but heartbreak in her hands. With nothing but a dream and a suitcase, started by heading out west on Saturday night. Without a single care, summer running through her head. Yeah, she was already there. Yeah, she was already there. Yeah, she was already there.
Yeah. So we're just listening to stuff. I'm grabbing up percussion. We're getting set up for percussion tracking. So that's what we're up to next. I'm thinking shakers and tambos. So just kind of bear with us as we get ready for that. Brad's thinking about taking off. So say goodbye to Brad if you're in the chat. I don't know
Goodbye
how
to
much longer
Brad.
he's going to be here, but
Chat.
yeah, and then we're gonna lay a little shaker and tambo in some sections and see what we need to continue to get a nice foundation built.
Looking forward to it. I like saying that to people. It doesn't make a lot of sense most of the time. Yeah, can't wait, man. Can't wait. That sounds good. Looking forward to it.
So
Let me get my cans
let's
on.
see here. We're gonna get a couple new tracks going
My lighter going.
for some percussion. We'll go right after this crash pass. We're gonna do. I'm just gonna for now get 4 faders opened up. May as well. Those are all gonna be input 9. Mute that and make sure we have our Royer. We sure do. It's muted. You guys don't hear. I mean, you probably hear it through my mic, but yeah, making sure it's there. It is. So we'll send all these through the router. That way you guys will be able to hear it once it's open. Pretty sure shaker and tambo.
Yeah.
Not sure exactly where the shaker's going to come and go. Dunbar. You just stop listening. It works.
I'm
Try
a
it.
fan of percussion.
We're going to load up at least one shaker channel. We're just going to pre-label some stuff now. So once we go, we can go. Tambo, I'm going to probably record 2 different tambos just because I know I will. I might record 2 shakers, so maybe we'll set up for 2 as well.
Yeah.
I like doing stereo shakers sometimes, even if
Me
they're
too,
the same.
man. Counterpoints and stuff. I love it.
Tambo 2 is what I'm trying to say right here, and then we'll make this shaker 2 and we'll drag it over there. We'll probably do shakers second. We'll probably do tambos first. Tambos are going to be in the chorus. Our tambo's going to be on the top. I'm going to just go to headphones right now because we're going to start recording some percussion. I'm going to record it right here, which means there's going to be a microphone right behind me, which maybe you can see. We're going to track percussion through the Royer. Royer goes into a distressor if we want it. Probably going to leave him on. He's kind of preset. We'll see what we need or don't need. I know I want to do some chorus tambourine just because you kind of almost always want to do that. Sam had it in his programming. Totally makes sense. I think I'm going to hit it right at the top and put it in. And would can always decide later if it needs to be there or not. But I think it does. I'm definitely going to play. I'm going to shake the tambourine in the choruses. And then I'm gonna probably record some single hits with either or both of these to maybe do some snare backbeats
Yeah.
in some other sections, something I often do. But let's see here. So I got to make sure I got a little click track, which I don't have any click. Just it's going to be annoying, but this is what we're going to all have to listen to because we're all sharing the same mix. Let's start
That's
with
what
this
you get when
guy.
you come hang out here.
What's that?
It's the real deal here.
That's right. I like this brass one. It's like lower pitch than everything else. I got like 10 of these tambourines, or maybe not quite 10, 6 or 7, but much higher, much lower. Let me go with the lower one. Yeah, and that's what we're going to do. So we're going to arm this. It's in there, that's for sure. Probably way more than we need it to be. Yeah, I'm going to play some tambourine at the top. I turn my headphones up. Turn them up. Better, you know, takes a minute to feel the tempo, get the thing moving right. Rushing. I'd say that's pretty respectable for that section. We might go through and fix these up too as we do.
Might as well keep it all tight.
Right. You know, so we're going to cruise through the verse. We might play some one-shots in there, but not on this track. This track is just going to do what we just did in the intro, but it's going to happen in the choruses and probably in most sections that aren't verse. So chorus 1, I'm going to lay it in there. I could just copy and paste all the stuff. I like to play it though. Why not? You know, each hit is a little different.
Even if you're gonna tighten it up, you want to keep that human element.
Even as you can see, like, you know, I try to play it somewhat even, but there's a whole lot of variation in the dynamic of that, just the way it is when you're shaking it. So why loop it? We'll keep it real, keep it organic. Yeah. So here we go.
Say what I mean. She's got a pretty little dress with the back out. She's got a Cadillac top down, ready to go. By the sinking summer running through her hair. Yeah, she was already there. Only I
Forgot about the stop. I'll play it again.
say what I mean. She's got a pretty little dress with the back out. She's got a Cadillac top down, ready to go. By the sinking summer running through her hair. Yeah, she was already there. Only I
Nailed it. You know what I'm saying? All right, so that's cool. So we cruise all the way through, right back in chorus 2, and then probably ending up playing all the way out other than the stop. We'll see.
wanna come back home. She's got a pretty little
Didn't like it.
wanna come back home. She's got a pretty little dress with the back out. She's got a Cadillac top down, ready to go. She's got nothing but heartbreak in her head. There's nothing but a dream and a suitcase started by top down, ready to go. She's got a pretty
Spacing out.
Fly in there.
Yep, I think that was all pretty good though. Trying to zone in. Ooh, look at how nice and even I started getting. Ooh, woo. Anyway, yeah, right. So we're right back in after this gap.
top down, ready to go. She's got a pretty little dress with the back out. She's got a Cadillac, top down, ready to go. She's got nothing but heartbreak in her head. With nothing but a dream and a suitcase. Started by heading out west on Saturday night. Got a sinking summer running through her head. Yeah, she was already there. Yeah, she was already there. Yeah, she was already there.
There you go.
Not bad, not bad, not bad. So we'll obviously come back and clean some of that up. I like that. Yeah, like I said, I'm thinking about some one-shot stuff in the verses. I'm also thinking maybe I might just go ahead and make, believe it or not, a third Tambo track.
Can never have enough.
Not scared.
If I get some claps, no, maybe not on this song.
Tambo 3. Right, so we're going to do the shaking, I should say, Tambo that we just did. I'm thinking that the last chorus, I might actually play the high pitch one double time. And then we'll come back and do, maybe some single hit stuff in the verses. Yeah, I'm thinking this last chorus, I might double time up.
She's got a pretty little dress with the back out. She's got a cat.
And we'll see. It might be weird.
Yeah.
But we're going to put him in. We're going to turn him way down because this would just be in the background. This is just like to hopefully create some more motion. This thing is super wide and hard to play, so it's almost ridiculous that I'm choosing to play the double time on this one, but that's the way it's going to go. I'm going to see if I can do it. We're going to find out right now.
Hold on.
Brad leaving?
Well, let's Brad get out of here.
All right, Brad's taking off, and then we're going to shake the shit out of this Tambo. I'm going to grab something to drink.
Bye, Brad. We'll watch the camera on the way out. I'm going to GoPro you up. Well, we'll see Brad leave. Yeah, we'll see Brad leave the spot. Yeah, kind of. You kind of do. 3 DJs and MCs and 1 DJ. That took me a second. That was fantastic. What's up, world? Kicking it. Let's get back into this. Craziness in here. Oh, dude. I'm just playing, y'all. It's a shaker. Chill out. Okay, see you, Brad. Bye, Brad. Get out of here already, dude. What are you doing? I'm just kidding. He left. I'm playing, y'all. Thanks for stopping by.
Having fun, Joe?
Yeah, you know. Welcome back. JT in the house. Coca-Cola with the sponsorship. Are those the big guys, or is that just the
Yeah, the
GoPro
gas
angle?
station
Have
had
you
the
got the
big guys.
can? The
Gas station had the huge
Pounders.
cans, so that's what we were.
All right, the pounders.
So,
More Tambo.
Brad's out of here. Yeah, I'm going to try. I don't know. We'll see. It might be lame, but I'm going to try
Yeah,
just
we'll
a double
see.
time just on the last one, just because it might be nice to have some more. So, I'll give myself a little pre-roll. Double time with the big wide one. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see how it goes.
She's got a a Cadillac, top down, ready to go. She's got a pretty little dress with the back out. She's got a Cadillac, top down, ready to go. She's got nothing but heartbreak in her hands. With nothing but a dream and a suitcase. Started by heading out west on Saturday night. Got a sinking summer running through her hair. Yeah, she was already there. Yeah, she was already there. Yeah, she was already there.
Might be kind of nice. Just kind of quiet in the background, you know?
Yeah, what like yep.
Motion.
Layered up back there to keep it moving
Yep.
and make that ending separate a little bit.
Yeah.
So that's cool. We got him on there. I'll try to remember to talk into this as we're going. So that, and we're gonna probably again, we might go back and grid these up. Looking pretty darn tight though, as I look at these. Not bad, not bad. Looking,
Sloppy at the end.
looking pretty good. You know, right. Anticipating that end, stopping a little short. That's all right. So we were thinking about maybe some verse hits. I want to listen back through that a little bit, and then we'll start tightening these up. A little bit of shaker. We'll have some percussion. Verse 1, I'm going to leave alone. That's lo-fi. Should be. Verse 2.
Rolled me out the other night. I wore me out and hold you tight. These all wide awake to be lower than I can be. I roll 'em out of Stevie Way. Where to come back home.
Maybe no tambo hits in there. I like it dry. I like the snare drum. I want to hear this. Chorus.
She's got a pretty little dress with the back out. She's got a Cadillac top.
So instead of putting one shots in the verse, I'm going to add just a little action in the chorus, just because, just a little kind of play off of the other one, but not play nearly as much. We could do a little panning or whatever if we want. But we'll do one more track of tambo that's literally going to be a very subtle accent. I'm not going to do it on chorus 1 because it's short. It'll just be a little something new for the other two choruses that is simple, but hopefully somewhat effective. So I'm going to turn this guy way down again, lay this in.
Where to come back home. She's got a pretty little dress with the back out. She's got a
I'm going to do it with the bigger tambo. I don't like the high pitch.
where to come back home. She's got a pretty little dress with the back out. She's got a Cadillac, top down, ready to go. She's got nothing but heartbreak in her hands. With nothing but a dream and a suitcase. Started by heading out west on Saturday night. Got a sinking summer running through her.
Thinking about the pattern. I like this concept though.
Where to come back home. She's got a pretty little dress with the back out.
Slopping.
Where to come back home. She's got a pretty little dress with the back out. She's got a Cadillac, top down, ready to go. She's got nothing but heartbreak in her hands. With nothing but a dream and a suitcase. Started
Not going to do it in the solo. Don't want it in the solo.
I like it in the chorus.
Yeah, it's going to be nice. Just tucked in, just a little extra tambo. So we're going to hit him in the last choruses as well.
I'm ready to go. She's got a pretty little dress.
We're going to turn that high tambo way down for a while.
I'm ready to go. She's got a pretty little dress with the back out. She's got a Cadillac top down, ready to go. She's got nothing but heartbreak in her hands. With nothing but a dream and a suitcase, started by heading out west on Saturday night. Got a sinking summer running through her hair. Yeah, she was already there. Yeah, she was already there. Yeah, she was already there.
Nice. I like that. I think that's going to be real helpful. I like that so much that I kind of want to make it stereo. So, like, here's the question. We'll let Joe decide. Or the stream. I don't know if anyone's watching. No. So, should it just be a different tambo doing the same thing? And so we can spread it a little left and right that way? Or should I double that with, like, the sleigh bells? Shing, shing.
Oh, dude, you know what? I was thinking about sleigh bells the second you started setting up the Royer. So, like,
Let's
I
just
feel like
double it.
sleigh
Let's
bell.
double it with the bells. And again, it's just going to be subtle. The tamborine's already playing that pattern. It's just going to kind of like push in
Yeah.
around the vocal. I think it will be a nice little extra. So we're going to go grab him. We'll lay him down, doing exactly what this tambo just did. And then we'll do some shakers.
I'll grab it. I don't know where those are. Yeah, all right. Summer running through her hair.
Santa's here. You no good scoundrels. Yeah, it's the holidays, man.
It is, bro.
Put
It's
some
December.
damn
This is the
sleigh bells on
summertime
this
drive,
thing.
But like, we'll just sneak these in there. You won't. You don't even know they're sleigh
It's really
bells.
just right to help accent this tambo, but it would be nice because then we can pan the tambo away a little bit. So we're gonna turn this bells mic on. We're gonna turn that tambo that we put in there down. We're gonna turn him. We're gonna pan him rather way left, not all the way, but way-ish for now. We're gonna turn down this sleigh bells track that we're about to do. About equal-ish levels down. We're gonna pan it the other way, and we're gonna just do these double hits on the bells, so we got a little more spread, get a little more jingle jangle, a little holiday spirit. Sam, get into it, man. Texas.
You know what I'm saying?
So, jingle jangle.
She's got a pretty little dress with the back out.
You do a little better than that.
She's got a pretty little dress with the back out. She's got a Cadillac top down, ready to go. She's got nothing but heartbreak in her hands. With nothing but a dream and a suitcase, started by heading out west on Saturday night. Got a sinking summer running through her hair. Yeah, she was already there.
Yeah, bro. Jingle jangle, man. What's not to
Santa's
like?
Jamaican.
Sounds good. I'm doing it again.
Go. She's got a pretty little dress with the back out. She's got a Cadillac top down, ready to go. She's got nothing but heartbreak in
Jaman.
Yeah, man. What we do is we do the percussion, man.
Baby Jaman.
We shake it and we bake it, man.
We're out of control, people. We're out of control. Where are we at on the percussion situation?
We're having fun.
Tambos.
We're having fun. We got tambos.
I like some of that counter stuff. I like the idea of stereo. I always like
little
the
jingle
idea of
jangles are going to be good. We're going to
stuff.
come back and clean up some timing and some of this stuff.
Sure.
But right. So we got a chorus tambo that does this regular shakaroo. We got a double time chorus tambo for the last one. We got left and right kind of vocal response percussion, trying to make a little hook out of some percussion. Why not? And we have 2 tracks open for shakers. I know that Sam had a verse 2 shaker. I liked it, so we're probably going to do that. And then, maybe we bring the shakers back in the solo and let them play all the way out and let the whole party ride on the way out.
Mm-hmm. Always.
So we'll start there. We got a couple different, this little guy, the classic Egg, and him. Like I said, I like to kind of do like a left and right shaker, make them a little bit different instead of just putting them in the middle or on one side.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to open up a channel for a shaker, and I guess we'll probably start at the second verse. That's probably where he would enter. Do-do-do-do-do. And let's see here. What do we want to start with in that second verse? Just maybe the little Egg, the tight one?
I always start with the little red egg. Yeah.
We'll save him for like later.
I like
in the
that
solo.
guy, but yeah.
I love this little thing, the cajon shaker. Or
Yeah,
whatever.
I think it's great.
Just a real different low sound. Let's see what he does in verse 2 for a starter.
Yeah, she was already there. Rolled me out the other night.
Tempo's tricky.
Yeah, she was already there. Rolled me out the other night. I won't mean something, hold you tight. He's going right.
Yeah, loosen up.
Yeah, she was already there. Rolled me out the other night. I won't mean something, hold you tight. He's going right away to be low and I can't be out.
I'm finding it.
Yeah, she was already there. Rolled me out the other night. I won't mean something, hold you tight. He's going right away.
Woo! It's a small move to make it tight in there. It's like a short shake.
Yeah, she was already there. Rolled me out the other night. I won't mean something, hold you tight. He's going right away to be low and I can't be out. Roaming by the Stevie way. Where to come back home. She's got
I mean, pretty respectable. I'm going to take one more cut at it. I'll keep that one just because.
yeah, she was already there. Rolled me out the other night. I won't mean something, hold you tight. He's going right away to be low and I can't be out. Roaming by the Stevie way. Where to come back home.
Woo! Woo!
That's better.
Look out, man. All right, I'm keeping that. I like that. That felt tight and right. So we'll leave verse 2 alone. We're thinking we'll bring Shaker. We'll probably just leave him just maybe one. Maybe we won't really stereo him up, but we're gonna bring these guys back in on the solo and maybe ride them all the way out after the break. So we'll do this little guy through the solo, through the end, and then we'll double up on another fader with maybe the little cajon shaker for the other side to get a little spread. But I think that first verse could just be one. I think that makes sense.
Running through her hair. Yeah, she was already
Mm.
Can't do that.
I gotta undo something. We gotta redo this shaker because I could have.
Wait.
Yeah, no, it's fine. But actually,
So you could copy
No,
the
no,
way
no.
that you like, backtrack and then paste.
I'm actually fine. I just I don't know what I'm thinking here. Actually, I'm going to redo all of this because I'm not playing over it right there.
All right.
That's where I went to that, right? And then we re-record that audio, which is right there, and then we're good. Totally fine. Left the bells in input. Can't do that. All right, so we're back. We got our shaker in our verse where we want it. So we're coming in at the solo with this shaker and playing out.
She was already there. She's got a Cadillac, top down, ready to go. She's got a pretty little.
Didn't care for that. Re-intro.
She's got a Cadillac, top
Don't have quick punch on.
Cadillac, top down, ready to go. She's got a pretty little dress with the back out. She's got a Cadillac, top down, ready to go. She's got nothing but heartbreak in her head. With nothing but a dream and a suitcase. Started by heading out west on Saturday night. Got a sinking summer running through her head. Yeah, she was already there. Yeah, she was already there. Yeah, she was already there.
A boy is good.
Sam did say you have a tight egg.
I do roll with a tight egg.
little egg. He said that. That's what he said. That's what Sam said.
I know, dude. I get it.
I mean,
All right, so we like that. So
relaying the information.
too
That
sharp.
sounds,
Gonna cajon it. Play the same thing on the way out, all the way, all this stuff. We're gonna leave the first, or rather second verse. We're gonna leave that alone, but we're gonna double this up with one other shaker to get a little more love on the solo through the end, and then we'll tighten up all that percussion, and then I think we'll be looking pretty good. I'm gonna turn down these couple of response jingle jangles. They're a little hot right now. And then a little bit more shaker here, and then we should be cool on shaker. We'll go back and clean up all that stuff, clean up all the fades, edits, do some beat detective, tighten them up. A little bit more.
Yeah, she was already there.
I'm actually going to play this one a little bit less swingy, a little stiffer.
Yeah, she was already there.
But I'm not going to
I
rush.
like the style.
I'm not going to rush, yeah, but it's going to drive it a little better.
Yeah, she was already there. She's got a Cadillac, top down, ready to go. She's got a pretty little dress with the back out. She's got a Cadillac, top down, ready to go. She's got nothing but heartbreak in her head. With nothing but a dream and a suitcase. Started by heading out west on Saturday night. Got
I'm going to get rid of these headphones because we can chill on that for a little bit. So, yeah. So we just did crashes, shaker 1, shaker 2, tambo 1, tambo 2, tambo 3, and bells. Don't be afraid of it. Percussion stack. Now we'll do a little editing.
Get it cleaned up.
Get it cleaned up.
I like a lot of the textures and flavors that we got going on in there. Right, there's a lot of space to work with in the stereo field.
Yeah, and
A
you
lot of
know,
supporting
we don't have
stuff.
we don't have a lot of other music on right now,
Right.
and the percussion is super duper loud. But we can tuck all that stuff in. And
Right.
we talked to Sam and amongst ourselves the other day about we didn't necessarily, excuse me, we didn't necessarily feel like we needed to up the tempo, but we wanted to kind of have some things to help motivate the tempo to feel like it's moving. So I think that this giant stack of percussion I just did should help. Should help with that. And that is the goal. So for now, we're going to give this a little bit different color. That one's pretty ugly. There we go. Let's go with that one.
Nice.
And then, yeah, we're going to mute some stuff and just kind of slowly go in. We already gridded those for now. Those are fine. We'll come back to the shakers. We'll turn those off for a minute. We'll turn these responses off, and let's just go through and clean up our tambourine stuff in general. Make sure he's as tight as he wants to be. Hope everyone's having fun. I don't know how long we've been streaming, Joe, like 3 hours or something?
Yeah, man, we're going on, 2.5 hours
Okay,
right now? 2
yeah.
hours and 40 minutes we've been into
Yeah.
it. So we started with some drums. Our track started with the demo, Bear. and
Started with
tracks
the
in it.
demo, yeah, and just kind of we did some editing to the arrangement, and then we started playing drums, right? And did maybe 5-6 passes of drums. Ended up basically keeping all at take 6 with like 2 or 3 small fixes, and then kind of
Yep.
cleaned him up a little bit, but got that done fairly quick. And now we got done with putting some percussion on here. Gonna tighten it up real quick and just make sure it's good to go.
Then maybe, we kind of clean up what we've got and see what we're working with here.
Right? Yeah. I mean, it depends on, I don't know how far we want to go tonight. Basically, once we got these.
just to get a picture right.
Yeah, right. We'll start getting things blended or whatever. But, yeah, basically, we wanted to get drums and percussion going, and we're getting close to there. So we'll figure out what's next. Typically, what's next is start doing some guitars and some other things. I like to save bass for a while. I like to get some guitars going, some shape, yeah, and then kind of come back to bass. But that can be tricky because sometimes when you're playing bass, you come up with like a new chord change or something quick that maybe you wouldn't come up with when you're like just tracking guitars. But
True, right.
it is what it is. We'll probably leave Sam's demo bass in there for a while, just to keep marking the changes or whatever. And yeah, I don't know. We'll start, like I said, we might be able to keep a few of those guitars, and then we'll start replacing some of those guitars. But right now, I'm cleaning up all this percussion that I just did. I'm just going to make sure it's tight.
Yeah, man, Snack Saturday. So waiting
I
for
could
those
use I
sponsorships
could use
to
a
come,
snack
come
pretty-
on. I was
pretty
thinking
soon.
that too, like a dinner
Kind of,
snack,
yeah,
really.
kind of
I
on
mean,
that
if we're
hungry,
talking
kind of on
about
that hungry thing. Totally forgot what I was doing here. Oh yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I could
Getting
use a
that
little
stuff
dinner.
lined
Maybe
up.
we'll do a little dinner break. I think there is a thing, and it doesn't really matter to me. Some people, I'm sure, that are watching know, but isn't there a thing with Facebook, like after 3 hours, you have to stop and restart it, or it won't save it because it's too long? There's something like
really?
I think there's something like that, and I could be wrong,
See,
but
no, I mean, well, I'll tell you what. I'm glad you say something.
but maybe you
because
can
we
do a
are
little
creeping in
googling.
on that
Right,
3 hour
exactly. I was just thinking that. Maybe you can like research that a little if you want while
Yeah.
I clean up these tambos.
Back when we won't start again, blowing I was breaking it, feeling lost.
I mean,
Back when we won't start again, blowing I was breaking it,
Can't have that little hangnail on there. I gotta get rid of him.
She's got a pretty little dress with the back out. She's got a Cadillac top down, ready to go. She's got nothing but heartbreak in her hands. With nothing but a dream and a suit.
Plug in.
All right, I got this thing still cranked down to 64 samples because we've been tracking. So that was bold to try to do that while we were going there.
She was already there. She's got a Cadillac top down, ready to go. She's got a pretty little dress with the back out. She's got a Cadillac top down, ready to go. She's got nothing but heartbreak in her hands.
I mean, I could continue to review that Tambo track, but it looks like the editing got it. So we're just going to let him buck.
We'll catch something.
Yep. So then this guy needs love too. So yeah, Track Saturday. It's the long form thing, like I think we've mentioned many times. But for those who are new, this is just a day in the life in the studio. We started a little. We started earlier than the stream today. You know, typically a day in the studio maybe for me on the early side is 10. More like 11 or 12 start usually. We came on stream about 3-ish or so today. I don't
Yeah.
remember exactly, but yeah, we're full in it. You know, we started with the demo. We put some arrangement ideas together. We cut some new drums. We cut some new percussion. And now we are editing up the percussion and kind of just making sure everything's tight and clean. And we keep moving forward on this song written by our buddy Sam Hall.
Sam Hall, samhall.com.
Yep. I got
Check him
some
out, Sam
fade in
Hall.
Here I gotta get rid of.
X2 on the Instagram, I believe. He's on the socials. You'll be able to find him. Sam writes some good tunes. He's a buddy of ours. He lives down in Austin, Texas.
Right, he
now.
writes
moved
great
a couple
tunes.
years ago.
This one's really fun. This one started off as like a songwriting exercise essentially for him, and because Sam is a talented dude, he turns a quick songwriting exercise into a really catchy song, no
Yeah.
doubt. So
Yeah.
we're stoked to work on it. We're having fun building it up, and that's what
You
we're
get
up
to
to
be part
today.
of the process.
Yep, that's what
Hop
we're up
on
to
in,
today.
right.
Long form. We're just kind of keeping it real. Like I said, breaks and all, and we're just hanging out. We're drinking Coke Classic and water and Gatorade. Actually, excuse me, Powerade
Yeah,
today.
watch the sponsorship, bro.
A Powerade today. We're having Snack Saturday with Track Saturday. We're gonna record as long as we feel like recording.
Yeah, I mean,
you know.
like I was saying, just for the sake of getting some perspective, is like I'd love to once the percussion's like, let's hear what the whole drum track with the percussion and everything sounds
Yeah,
like.
right. We'll
kinda
probably
see what
just
we're
do
dealing
drums,
with.
bass, keys,
Right.
percussion.
A
We're
little
kind of
zoom
leaving the
out.
guitars off for now.
Yeah.
I might even just quickly beat detective the bass because it is a little rushy, so it's
Yeah,
making
and
my
it
drums
helps
feel
to
a little funny.
yeah.
But anyway, yeah. So we're just right now. I'm just cleaning up some percussion that I just did, tightening things up, making sure
She's got a pretty little dress with the back out. She's got a Cadillac top down, ready to go. She's got nothing but heartbreak in her hands. With nothing but a dream and a suitcase. Started by heading out west on Saturday night. Got a sinking summer running through her hair. Yeah, she was already there. Yeah, she was already there. Yeah, she was already there. Already there.
All right, so those are cool. She was already there.
Oh,
She's not there anymore though.
yeah. Nobody's.
She was here earlier.
She took off.
Yeah, she
She left your ass.
had a split, man. Yeah. All right, so that's 2 of our 3 Tambos. Yes, that's right. I said it. 3 Tambos. We got a couple shakers to tighten up. We'll probably come back to those and do those last. We got these 2 little guys. This should just be real easy. We probably just let these be natural, frankly. Let them kind of be out on the sides. Let's just listen.
with the back out. She's got a Cadillac, top down, ready to go. She's got nothing but heartbreak in her head.
Nice. We're going to let those. We're not going to worry about any kind of beat detective or whatever. I'm going to put a little bit of compression or something on this one just because it's a little bit peaky. I'm just going to take any sub crap off. We're using the Royer, so there is some low end information. Yeah, we're just going to kind of hammer that transient off. I don't really need it to poke out. I just want it to jingle in with the other bells back here. So these are cool, we think. And we just got a couple shakers to lay in there.
Back out. She's got a Cadillac, top down, ready to go. She's got nothing but heartbreak in her head. With nothing but a dream and a suitcase. Started by heading out west on a Saturday night. Without a single care, summer running through her head. Yeah, she was already there.
Excellente. And then let's just finish off these shakers quick. Should be easy enough with any luck. Do-do-do-do-do. Anyone chatting today?
I was
Not
just
really?
gonna say, man.
Have you looked lately,
No,
or
I mean people have been in
paying
and out,
attention?
a lot of in and out.
Yeah, I get it. That's what happens when you're on all frickin' day, right?
Yeah,
I-
right.
I
Yeah, that's
totally
the
get it.
move. What is we got the holiday spirit going around here with those bells though.
Yeah, we're jangling.
We're getting into it. Ho ho ho
We're straight up jangling.
and whatnot. Jingle jangle.
Let's see how this does. I should catch these shakers. We're gonna find out right now. Might be weird, might not. Who knows? Let's find out.
Didn't get grabbed.
Yeah, she was already there. She's got a Cadillac.
Sounding
That's gonna be alright.
pretty good.
We can always fix it up
Pretty good
if
so
we
far.
need to. So we're gonna clean him up. We're gonna tighten off that tail right at the stop.
She's got a Cadillac.
Actually, we're gonna let it.
I don't
clean
hate
a
it,
little
man.
bit.
Yeah.
She's got a Cadillac, top down, ready to go. She's got a pretty little dress with the
What I don't want is
Yeah.
I don't think I want anything other than
Agreed.
a downbeat on that. Oh, I'm in grid mode. Gotcha. It's like, what's happening here?
got a pretty little dress with the back out. She's got a Cadillac, top down, ready to go. She's got nothing but heartbreak in her head. With nothing but a dream and a suitcase.
sounds like percussion, but it's not. Let's just be in that Sam vocal. Tighten it up, Sam. Good Lord, man.
Get it together, Grouch.
Tighten it up. I love how tighten it up has just become kind of.
Yeah, keep it tight.
Let's just keep it tight. Tighten it up, right? Keep it tight. It's
That's
just
what we
kind of
do
become
around
the
here.
slogan around here.
We
Keep it tight,
tight.
you know? That's what you got to do.
We
Just
keep the
in general,
percussion
in
tight.
music, in production,
We
in
roll the
playing,
papers
in
tight.
life, and in all of it. Keep it tight.
You cleaning up the clips? What is
Big
that? Yeah,
time.
dude. Always a good
Big
move.
time cleanup.
I love. It's like so gratifying to see
Right?
that.
Feels
bin
nice.
empty
Just
out.
like, yeah, there's a lot of edits and a lot of just BS out there. So cool. So we have a drum track that's pretty cool with some real live percussion. Just for the hell of it, let us do this.
Yeah,
So
right.
let's bring these guys back into the equation. Pro Tools is probably gonna start getting angry sooner or later. I also don't know what is up. Like this is a new thing to
Would
me.
you like to delete all used auto-created clips now?
Like this is. I don't know why
I
I'm
don't
seeing
know,
this. I've
man.
never
You
seen
just
this
cleaned
before.
out the bucket, so I don't understand why it's.
I don't
slipping.
either. Somebody knows the answer to that. Ian Combs would know
Yeah,
the
where's
answer
Ian?
to that. He's probably not
Missing
here.
the stream, dude. I'm
We've
gonna
had this
hear
on 64 all day. We've been like. So we're gonna do that so the computer can breathe a little bit. So let's do that. Yeah. So what was I doing? I was gonna kill our drum bus. I was gonna kill our newfound percussion and cymbals. Mute all that stuff for a minute. I'm gonna go back just for the fun of it, just because we're streaming and doing the thing. These are the original 2 different drum sets that kind of came in with the Sam demo. Let's hear it with those.
Back when we won't start again, blowing my was
So anyway, yeah, demo drums, programmed just to get something down, so we didn't have to track to a click track. Not a whole lot going in there, but we liked the simple kick and snare, just as easy as it gets pattern. We thought those were cool, so we just kind of decided to replay that, but with real drums and real stuff. So hide and make inactive. We don't need to see those guys anymore, and now we have real drums. Sound like this. I gotta unmute them, and then they sound like this. They sound way better unmuted. I figured that out. We still got some other drum mics to play with too, and we haven't put any plugins on the drums other than we put one EQ on the drum bus just to kind of open it up just a touch. But
back when we won't start again, blowing my was breaking it, feeling more of something else, holding more of something else. These arms out of sin now, you won't get one day. So another Sunday, don't mean not these cigarettes, waiting on a stone away, no sun about away with me. I don't know the way it needs something to say what it means. She's got a pretty little dress with the back out. She's got a Cadillac top down, ready to go. Without a single care, sun around.
so yeah, we're gonna do a little review of just drums and percussion in a minute here, but I'm gonna just take a minute to just kind of throw maybe a couple plugins on drums. We literally got nothing but an EQ on the bus. May as well just get these rocking a little bit, and then we'll kind of review our like I said, our drums and percussion rhythm section, and then we'll decide where we're gonna go from there. But I'm just gonna solo these drums for a minute and just kind of throw a couple things at them just to get them going. Haven't looked at the room or the hall mics yet, so maybe get a couple of those things happening. But just gonna get a little bit of love on these drums quick. So that's what we're up to.
got a Cadillac. She's got a pretty little dress with the back out. She's got a Cadillac top down, ready to go. I've seen she's got a Cadillac top down, ready to go. She's got a pretty little dress with the back out. She's got a Cadillac top down, ready to go. She's got nothing but heartbreak in her hands. With nothing but a dream and a suitcase. Started by heading out west on Saturday night. That sinking summer running through her head. Yeah, she was already there. Yeah, she was already there.
It though. Feels give him way up with.
top down, ready to go. She's got a pretty little dress with the back out. She's got a Cadillac, top down, ready to go. She's got nothing but heartbreak in her head. Nothing but a dream and a suitcase. Started by heading out west on Saturday night. Got a sinking summer running through her head. She's got a pretty little dress with the back out. She's got a Cadillac, top down, ready to go. She's got nothing but heartbreak in her head. With nothing but a dream and a suitcase. Started by heading out west on Saturday night. Without a single care, summer running through her hair. Yeah, she was already there. She's got a Cadillac, top down, ready to go. She's got a pretty little dress with the back out. She's got a Cadillac, top down, ready to go. She's got nothing but heartbreak in her head. With nothing but a dream and a suitcase. Started by heading out west on Saturday night. Without a single care, summer running through her hair. Yeah, she was already there.
Yeah, just zoning in.
Summer around
Zoning in. We got percussion. We got drums. We're getting a couple plugins going on the drums. Just kind of listening to drums, bass, vocals. Just kind of simple. Haven't brought much of Sam's guitar stuff in there. I know that this bass is just a little rushy. It's like, do I want to fix it up right now? Do I care? Probably don't really care right now. Probably fine, but it's starting to feel pretty good. We might be able to keep these couple guitars. I don't
Yeah.
mind these. Put a little extra sauce on them or whatever. I am thinking about a little bathroom break because that's where I'm at. I don't know how everyone's doing
I
in the
think
stream.
for the sake of the stream, we need to do a stream break.
We might do a stream
the-
break.
yeah, I
Maybe
think
we'll
we have
even.
to.
Should we just double up and make this our dinner break and everything?
Yeah.
I feel like we've got our kit on there. We've got our percussion on there. We're going to continue to manipulate and work with that, but we're feeling pretty good. It's probably time to eat something, and then, you know, maybe we. I think like I was just saying, I think we're going to start to scout, kind of scavenge through these guitars. We're going to unfreeze everything. We're going to keep whatever stuff of Sam's we dig, and we're going to sort through it. Maybe get it working, put some plugins on it. You know, maybe take it away in some sections, or tighten it up, or do whatever we're going to do. And
Keep
then,
giving it a little more shape, right?
yeah, right. So just to kind of like, you know, again, we know we're not keeping these vocals, but we got to have some placeholders. I like to, now that we got some drums, we got to get some music in there. So let's see what we can salvage, and then everything we decide we can't salvage, we're going to figure out if it's something that we just want to replace, or if it's a part that doesn't need to exist, or if we're going to start doing some other guitar parts or whatever. But we got our percussion section doing a pretty good thing. So yeah, I think we're going to eat some food, and then we're going to come back on and kind of do part 2 of this thing and take it for the next however long we want to go, and do some overdubs, keep fixing, keep moving, and keep working on the Sam Hall tune already there.
Until then, what do we say?
Yeah, we're going to have some dinner, and while we have some dinner, we are going to keep it tight.